by one of the greatest running backs, if not the greatest, in NFL history, Barry Sanders, whose documentary, Bye Bye Barry, premieres on Amazon on November 21st. Before we get into that, I have to ask you, having a statue of yourself unveiled outside of Ford Field, what was the most memorable experience for you that day?
Well, wow, it was a pretty awesome experience. I think just sharing it with fans, with Mrs. Ford was there. It was like, it was Miss Ford's, I think, 98th birthday, but she insisted on being at my statue ceremony. That part of it was pretty cool, and also, having my mom there. She didn't leave town too often, but she made a special trip to Detroit to celebrate. So I would have to say those are probably some of my most special memories from that day.
You played your entire career in Detroit. You saw some highs and you saw some lows. Seeing how well the team is playing now, in your opinion, what's got them playing at such a high level?
Well, I think you got to give credit to Coach Campbell. This has been building for the last 3 years, since Coach Campbell got here. I think he's instilled a certain culture and expectation in the guys, and they're responding. It's just a well-constructed roster, playing great complementary football and really playing up to their potential.
When Dan Campbell first stepped in, not a lot of fans were fans of him, to be quite honest. What has most impressed you about Campbell's current tenure?
I think Coach Campbell, Brad Holmes, they've just been very consistent. They know exactly the kind of player they want to have in the building. Even going back, Coach Campbell's first year, when we won 3 games, we saw at the end of that season, those guys fighting to the end. And so, and so even fast forward to now, you still see guys giving the same effort, but now we're playing up to our potential, winning those games that we have to win to be a playoff team. And so I would say those are some of the things that I look at as being the difference.
Is there a player that most represents you right now on the field? Who do you think reminds you of yourself?
Oh, wow. I think I see maybe a little bit of myself in like Christian McCaffrey, maybe even Tyreek Hill. I wasn't that fast, but he's kind of shifty. It's kind of hard to pin him down, so I think a couple guys like that I would think of just kind of off the top of my head.
You in your prime and Tyreek Hill in his prime. Who wins the 40-yard dash?
Who wins the 40? Man, I think he probably I guess he would probably still win. I don't know what his time is. It's probably faster. It's probably a little bit faster than mine. But I regrettably have to still give the nod to Tariq.
So then, while we're at it, who is your running back Mount Rushmore?
Well, you got to have Jim Brown. You got to have Walter Payton. You can put 2 pictures of Walter Payton and 2 pictures of Jim Brown. But if I were going to add 2 more, I would say Jim, Walter, Eric Dickerson, Emmitt Smith. Those 4 if I'm not including myself.
Bye Bye Barry, like I said, premieres on Amazon on November 21st. What do you hope fans take away from this documentary?
I hope they get a chance to really see who I am and those things that made me the type of player I was, the type of person. I get a chance to say thank you to a lot of people who are instrumental. So it gives me a chance to really thank a lot of people and really take my time to share my story.
Well, we're all very excited for the premiere. With that being said, thank you so much for joining us at Sports Illustrated. I am Melissa Amrita, joined by the legendary Barry Sanders.